nation, we taking the stage. Fountain City, go rock, it's about to engage. Wrestling hearts gonna pound fists, ready to fly. Wayward Sun this Saturday, don't you dare deny. We got moves, slick and quick like you never seen. Bodies flying high, kicking like a mean machine. Podcast buzzing loud, the word on the street. Wayward Sun's the heat, can't get us off our feet. We get ready to rattle, get ready to roll. Fountain City wrestling gonna take control. Wayward Sun is coming, lighting up the night. Watch us rise to glory in the stadium lights.
What is poppin', y'all? It is your boy, Guard E3, and today we have a very special treat for you guys, like we announced last week. We're going to be doing a watch-along to Fountain City Pro's Wayward Sun. I'm excited. It's going to be a great time, but first, let's introduce the rest of the boys who will be joining us on this watch-along. Ladies and gentlemen, right below me, he is the greatest co-host of all time. Like I've told you, said it once, I'll say it again. Limousine riding, jet flying, wheeling, dealing, son of a gun.
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Mo Better. How you doing, Mo?
I am doing great on an amazing Tuesday night, getting ready to watch Fountain City do their thing. Can't wait.
Absolutely. And of course, joining us tonight, he is the CEO of Fountain City Pro, the invisible hand that made this all happen. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Chase Riley. How you doing, Chase?
I'm doing fantastic, gentlemen. Can you all hear me just fine?
No, yeah, we can hear you.
Fantastic. I appreciate you guys. Man, huge before I get into like all the other stuff, huge like round of applause, thumbs up, much love. Not just to Mo, because Mo, I ain't seen you in a minute, man.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. But you know, to give Mr. Gardy 3 his flowers. Much love, man. I've mentioned this before when I've been on here. I'm going to mention it again. You know, the love and appreciation that you show to Fountain City, man. It means a lot, brother. So I appreciate it. Getting an opportunity to come on here and do this with you guys to do a watch along. Now, are we going to watch the whole show?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Whoo, boy. Whoo, buddy. Whoo, buddy. That's 3 hours, man.
Hey, I got time.
No worries. I was gonna say I wasn't doing anything special tonight. I'm in my garage, guys. As you can see, I got my heater behind me. It's a little cold here in Kansas City, but my dumb ass is in my garage wearing a t-shirt. So whatever. You used to be my podcast spot. I'd have my championship belts back here and kind of had it all set up. And, some of the equipment I use for Fountain City. So, this area, plus you guys can't see it, but on the other side of here is where I make the t-shirts for Fountain City. We make all of the merch in-house. And so it's kind of messy down here. So like every single time I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to do a watch along with Brett tonight, or I'm going to do an interview with Brett tonight. Then right as I'm getting ready to come downstairs, I'm like, oh snap, I got to go get the laptop. I got to go hook up the camera, hook up the microphone. I don't even got a boom arm for the microphone anymore. It takes me a little bit to get ready. So I apologize, gentlemen.
Oh no, you're all good. Before we get started, I wanted to shout somebody out, Chase, that very well. Issues with Wrestling had an IWW 2024 Male Superstar of the Year, which was voted on by a lot of different people. And the winner of that, by the way, was Camaro Jackson. So before we got started, I wanted to, shout out Camaro Jackson. Congratulations, brother. Everybody can see the hard work you're putting in. You deserve it.
Congrats, champ.
Yeah, man. That's really awesome. Issues with Wrestling is a part of the I-70 Sports Network, not to be confused with the I-70 Hot Tag. But I-70 Sports Network, they do a lot of stuff covering like the St. Louis area. And the St. Louis is kind of like in the not really the heartland, but kind of the ribs, the grit of the Midwest. Great Midwest wrestling city. Good 4 hours away from Kansas City. Much love to those guys. And, huge shout out to Camaro Jackson. It's just a testament of how hard he's been working. Trying to keep it fresh, trying to stay in the game, then also trying to stay up on his look and everything like that. There was a lot of talk in the independent wrestling scene this week. Somebody, maybe not this week, but the past few weeks, somebody tweeted out something about about the look of a professional wrestler. I think without, that a professional wrestler should have a look, but always want to give a shout out to those guys that always maybe didn't quite look the part. Mick Foley, Mikey Whipwreck growing up, some of those guys. But Camaro Jackson has turned it up this year, not just for, right now, Kansas City's one of the only companies running Fountain City is one of the only companies running in Kansas City. So I don't want to say like Fountain City is the only thing that put Camaro Jackson on in Kansas City, but we kind of are. So, and the work he's done in St. Louis and a little Illinois there, and Camaro's mentioned on his social medias that make the towns, do the drives, and he's done that this year. So huge shout out to him for being recognized by his peers.
Oh, absolutely. So I figure now let's say without any further ado.
This is a 3-hour show, man. You better get this thing kicking.
Right. I do want to shout out the great announce team that you have. By the way, I know I always love listening to them.
Yeah, so those two gentlemen, that is Kramer Sansome and Hartzell Gray. And Hartzell used to be the hype man for Sporting KC, Kansas City's football club, for any of you football fans out there. And he was the hype man for him. He also did radio. That's Hartzell Gray in the ring right now, man. That's our guy. Like I said, he does a lot of social media, a lot of professional sports here in Kansas City, in radio. So, and Kramer also does some sports talk radio here in Kansas City. And they used to do commentary at an older promotion in Kansas City together. And I loved their dynamic. I also hate the old school heel commentator and the babyface commentator.
Right.
I kind of like the mix, man. Just be you. Like, Mo may, if he's doing commentary, he may love some of the baby faces and he may love some of the heels. He may hate some of the baby faces and still hate some of the heels.
Right.
Be yourself and be personable. Like people relate to that a lot more, and it's a lot more, you can get a little bit more entertainment out of it. So
no, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I'll do the director's commentary during this. Doesn't matter if you guys want to turn that up or whatever. So we had been building this feud. This feud went back to the first show, Light It Up, where the main event was coincidentally the main event of this show. Jay Fowler, who's there in the ring with the black T-shirt and the black pants. And then Camaro Jackson. And that first match, Fowler put his hands on the senior official who's coming out to the ring right now, Nick Chin, who any independent wrestling fan might be familiar with Nick Chin's work. He does a lot of stuff for MLW, Wrestling Revolver. Nick is a Kansas City native, and we love us some Nick Chin here in Kansas City. So, but they had some issues, and it kind of carried on throughout the year. And like I said, coincidentally, we get the same main event, the last show that we did the first show with Fowler and Camaro, and this match kind of carried into that history as well, into that story. So the event prior to this Midnight Guthrie had shot a fireball into Nick Chin's eye, which is why our friend Nick Chin is wearing that eye patch. So, and this was kind of a situation where Midnight Guthrie kind of thought Nick Chin was gonna wave the white flag, but instead, what Nick Chin has in his hand there is a contract for a match later on in the evening in this event. And the winner of the match got to officiate the main event between Jay Fowler and Camaro Jackson. So,
I'll bet. Yeah. I know this Nick Chin was somebody that I definitely loved watching on the previous shows. He's somebody that, like I said before, I definitely want to bring on here sometime. I absolutely loved watching him. He's so entertaining.
Absolutely. Our friend Harto Gray is now telling Midnight Guthrie that it's not just a regular match. It's going to be an Olathe street fight. Olathe is Olathe is a metro of Kansas City. It's about 20 minutes west of Kansas City on the Kansas side. And so that's where we run our events right now is Olathe. And this match is actually happening right now. I mentioned earlier that it was later on in the evening. I apologize. But yeah, Nick Chin, if you go back and watch his stuff in Revolver, he's kind of infamous for doing the tope suicidas and stuff like that. Because a man of his stature, I mean, not making fun of, not saying anything negative about Nick Chin. I'm a little hefty guy myself, but he's got hops, as my sons would say. So he can get a little crazy, not as much as he used to. That was one of the first times I'd ever seen it. There used to be a little bar in Overland Park, Kansas, called Kansas Hall. And there used to be a promotion that ran there called Journey Pro. And the very first show that they held there, I was sitting in the crowd, and Nick Chin was refereeing a tag match between the besties in the world, Davey Vega and Matt Fitchett, and the Howlets. And they got on the outside of the ring and they're brawling, and Chin's yelling at him to get back in the ring or he's going to count to 10. And they both give a big FU to Nick Chin and spit in his face. And I'll never forget it, man. He took it and he just slowly wiped it off and then flung it and shook his head and hit the ropes 2 times and then flipped over. And there was probably about 275, 300 people in this bar, and you couldn't hear anything because it was just deafening.
Yeah, no, that was the clip that got me when he did it on your show, and I was like, holy cow, he can really move.
Yeah. So funny story to that. I had asked him the first show, like, hey, we're gonna get any cool top rope dives out of Nick Chin tonight. And he goes, no. He goes, not on the first show. He goes, we're gonna make him wait for that. And he goes, that'll be much later on down the road. And I was like, okay. And then next thing I know, he does it, second event.
Oh my goodness, I love the helmet. Oh!
Wow. You talked about those hops.
I would say Midnight Guthrie is such a character.
He is, man. Midnight used to do some ring announcing in Kansas City. And he transitioned into a manager, and fans of Kansas City wrestling had kind of followed his career and kind of knew what he was doing. And that was one big thing that I really wanted to do was I really wanted to bring back people, from 4 or 5 years ago who hadn't been back to Kansas City. And I wanted to pull them back. And Midnight Guthrie was one of those guys. And I was really, really worried because I knew how much Kansas City loved Midnight Guthrie. I was afraid that when I pulled him in that he would be too over, that we couldn't make him a heel. He would be too babyface. Because I mean, from the very first post where we said like, "Hey, we're here, we're coming in 2024," people were already like mentioning like, "Hey, bring back Midnight Guthrie, please bring back Midnight Guthrie." And so I was like, I don't know if I can make him a heel, and it's just a testament to how fantastic he is at character work. Because like I said, I was worried that I couldn't make him a heel, and he comes in and he made himself a heel. So
No, it's incredible, and I like you watch him for a couple of these shows, and you can tell why. I can see the worry because he's just so good at what he does that it's really hard to hate him, but he does a good job at getting you to do so. Just
Yep.
incredible character work.
it's really, really hard to find wooden tables. I mean, to find people selling wooden tables is what I mean. Obviously, the hardware store sells them, but to go get them secondhand, a little hard.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. Going for like the razor's edge right there.
He said we lost control.
Yep. It's the first match.
Oh.
That's old school Bulldog.
I love it.
Shout out to my production team for putting those instant replays in there.
I love that. I love that so much.
Yeah. My production team is fantastic. I can't say I can say a million great things about them. So shout out to those guys. B Smith Enterprises, based out of Wichita, Kansas. Comes and hooks us up and edits my shows and makes us look really, really good. So
I will say, after trying to do like all the different edits to try to get content out there for Meaty Boyz and Fountains, and one and all that, yeah, I definitely have a lot of respect for those guys who edit because it is annoying after a while.
yep.
It's like when I made that one TikTok video for later when we see Anakin versus Gary J. I did that, and then I look at the clock, and I'm like, and it is 7 a.m, so I should probably go to sleep.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
somebody out here just to. Can we cut his mic? And the biggest bitch of all is you, Chin. Nick Chin says enough. Shut your hole. Yeah, right to the eye. Oh. He didn't even see that one coming. Man, this is the health of Nick Chin. He's got a wife and kids to support. Get the glove out. Oh, that is all steel. That glove is 100% all steel. And I think he's going to use that to knock Chin out. It's 100% legal in this Olathe street fight. Here at Wayward, Sun and Fountain
Oh.
Row. Up top, middle row. This would be the end of Nick Chin.
Oh!
You know what? That had to got through so much. That's a skill glove. Like we said, y'all, these aren't trained athletes. But Nick Chin, we've all been in fights on the schoolyard. No, his hand has to be broke right now. I mean, he's fighting for his family, for himself. And honestly, I think he's fighting for Fountain
Oh.
faithful. They are firmly behind Nick Chin.
Mm.
No, that's a steel chair. That's steel. Come on now. I think enough is enough. His mom is here. Come on now.
Oh!
Stunner. Nice.
2. Oh. No. Oh, come on. Jay Fowler wants his guy in there.
Wow.
I would be terrified if Camaro started sprinting after me like that. Like, nope.
Nick Chin doesn't know where he's at. Wait, what is that? Those handcuffs. Wait, what? The hell are we doing with handcuffs? No, stop. Those handcuffs made of 100% all steel. This is disgusting. This is ridiculous. Oh, come on, man. Nick Chin's got about 10 different folks in the crowd. Brought his whole family here. It's our last show of the year. Oh, he is rocked. This is very unfortunate. This is beyond unfortunate, Kramer. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. That man is helpless. Where's the key? That's what I'm gonna know. Who's got the key? Who's got security? Who's got like cutters or something? Like, can we...
Throwing toilet paper at him. I love it.
We don't have a key because we aren't supposed to have cuffs. What's he doing? He's tuning up the band, I think is what he's doing. It's formulaic at this point. Yeah, I think, that's his wife. Nick Chin's wife. Jessica wanting to throw in the towel. Oh, Chin, come on, man. This is his ego getting the best of him. Oh, my God. Jessica, I am so sorry. Oh, no.
Oh.
What? Where did the lights go? Oh, no. Take a look at the screen, I guess. What is happening? What is the... Nick Chin. What's going on? Holy shit, there's Danhausen! Whoa! Oh, did Danhausen just curse Midnight?
Nick Chin called his friend Danhausen to curse Midnight Guthrie.
Okay, I did not expect a Danhausen appearance.
Part of the curse was Chin would wake up with a good eye and no handcuffs.
No, he's more than just unchained. He can see
I love it.
That's Nick Chin's wife.
He does a better spear than most people I see.
Check out this. Don't want to toot my own guy's horn, but check this shit out, man.
Oh, you got some hang time. Okay.
that was easily the second best Superman punch I've ever seen.
I've seen enough. Nick Chin is my tribal chief. Oh my god. That was a great Superman punch. That is a fun match. I love the toilet paper. That is amazing.
Yep.
I would say that was a great way to kick off the show.
Indeed, it was. There's like 10 minutes here, Britt.
Yeah.
If you want to skip this and to the next match, or if you want to skip this next, however you want to do it. The only thing I mean, if you're gonna watch the entire 3 hours, I might not be on here for the entire 3 hours because I wasn't planning on being on here till 11:30 at night.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, however you guys want to do it.
I was say we can kind of skip ahead to the next match. I think. There we go.
These two have a great story. Calvin and Tobias, they wanted to be taken real seriously. Calvin calls them the main attraction. And after their first event, they cut a promo where they talked about their first event with us, and Tobias, who is absolutely entertaining. Tobias is a collegiate athlete. He's a fucking stud. Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to drop that F-bomb, guys. He's just Tobias, the young gentleman in the ring right now, with the black trunks. He's just absolutely, I cannot say enough great things about him. The kid is, I'll tell you the honest belief, for as amazing of an athlete as he is, if he was 6 foot, he'd be on TV. He'd be on TV somewhere. He's just a fantastic athlete. And for as great of an athlete as that kid is, he is just as entertaining. So he cuts a promo where he talks about they're a double threat. Tobias is a collegiate athlete. Calvin, the realist, he's a stud. He's a star. They're just a double threat. They're like a double stuffed Oreo. And that's where the double stuff came from. And Tobias, man, just runs with it. He makes innuendos out of it. And Calvin's like, no, we're the main attraction. Like Calvin wants to be taken serious. And Tobias is just really funny and really entertaining. And so they mesh super, super well. Yeah. And like I mentioned, the kid is just, yeah. The kid is just he's got everything. Like I said, the only thing he wasn't blessed with was height, and that's not a knock on him, man. That's just how life is.
Yeah, he from what I've seen from him, he moves incredibly smooth. Like he's just a great all around performer.
Yeah. There's a couple different wrestling schools here in Kansas City. You've got one led by Dak Draper, former ROH star, and Moonshine Mantell, who has been on TV and been all around. They run a school here in Kansas City called the Kansas City Wrestling Academy. But then there's also another school here in Kansas City called the Extreme Wrestling Center. And Calvin is a trainer there.
Oh, okay. Sounds like you have a really like big and great talent pool to pick from out there. A lot
We
of great
do,
talent.
man. We do, and like like I've mentioned to you guys before, the idea, the goal was to bring more eyes on Kansas City and Midwest wrestling, and also give these guys more opportunities to kind of showcase what they got going. Because I mean, there's a lot of talent to pick from. These two guys that they're facing, that is Angel De Paz and Bruisador Valencia. They are Team Chancla Violence. And I love them, man. They wrestled a little bit in Rocky Mountain Pro, which is a promotion based in Colorado, where D'Lo Brown is actually one of the bookers up there.
Oh, okay.
They run a tight ship up there. Angel and Bruisador have wrestled there. They also wrestle out of Central Kansas. But two great guys in themselves. They were very entertaining the very first time I met them. Got a lot of great tag teams to choose from. And like that's something I'm super excited about, man, because I love tag team wrestling. So
no, absolutely. Got the Fountain City Pro Heavyweight title crowned, in this show. We're going to be getting the Fountain City Pro Tag title soon.
That is the goal, my friend. That is the goal.
Oh. Oh, that always looks painful.
So Angel De Paz there. Angel is also a promoter in himself. So Angel runs a promotion in kind of Western Kansas, like way out there. It's crazy to think like Missouri is like 4 hours wide. You could go from the tip of Kansas City to St. Louis in 4 hours. Kansas is almost like a whole day. It almost feels like a whole day because of how there's just absolutely nothing in Kansas when you're driving through it. It is just grain. That is it. And out there in Western Kansas, Angel De Paz runs a wrestling promotion called Skill. It's called it stands for Southern Kansas Independent Lucha Libre.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So and Angel runs it, man, and I haven't had an opportunity to make it out to a show because, like I said, we're not talking like a 3-hour drive, guys. We're talking like a damn near like an 8 to 10 hour drive.
Woo.
And
Commitment.
I mean, and you think all that, man, and you're just going across Kansas. That's it. You're not even in the next state. So, I will eventually make it out to one of their shows, man. But the definitely want to make it out to one of those shows. So,
No, that sounds like it'd be dope. I think it's about like a 8.5 hour drive to make it down to Olathe. A couple times I mapped it from here, so
yeah. I'm trying to think.
oh,
Got some mean in them.
takes a lot of core strength to do. I'm impressed. Oh. Oh. Blocking the monkey flip. Let's make jumping over the top rope like that seem so easy. It's wild to me.
Man, I'm telling you.
He's really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Really quick. Oh.
A ripcord neck breaker. All right.
Oh.
Oh.
Finish him.
Got it. Oh, no. I think I had it for a second. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. Oh, going for the sunset flip.
He's going to drop. Yes. Nice counter.
Oh.
Great save by Tobias there. Love it. Yeah, man, I'm not a real big fan of this referee. He's kind of the drizzling shits.
Is he? Oh, you got him. He got him.
Nice.
So the thing was is that Tobias has been doing this and telling Calvin to stuff him, and that's why he calls him double stuffed. And so if you go back and watch, the pin was Tobias was like, "Hey, stuff me," and Calvin did, and they got the 3. So little tidbit there for you, because then they. Like I said, this promo coming up, if you want to turn this up, Brett, this is a huge reason why, like I said, Tobias is just absolutely entertaining. You can give this kid a microphone and he just earns it, man.
What a match. Brazil, Valencia, Angel Paz. We will see them again. I know that for a fact.
I like these guys.
Watch out for the chocolates there.
That bandana, is that tied together?
I think it's time.
That could do some damage.
It's time to double stuff.
Mm.
It's time.
You want double stuff? No, whoa, I gotta do this. You gotta do that. There we go. Yeah. You can't do 2 pointers at once.
We were just doubling. We were stuffing. That's on us.
Yep. Well, this is awkward.
What a tag team matchup that we had at Fountain City Pro. And we just getting started, y'all. We just getting started.
Sorry, the promo was a little bit further.
Oh, all good.
Some word into my ear that
We did it! We did it! Look, once I was 7 years old, my mama said, go become friends with Calvin Aldridge and wrestle at Mountain City Pro to beat Choco Violence. Here we are, 21 years later. We did just that. I'm living my dream, mama. We did it.
But the important thing here that is leaving out is that we got our first win, and the main attractions are back on top where we belong.
The most important part that I'm leaving out is that Calvin stuffed me, baby. That's the most important part. Hey, I got bigger dreams. That means next year you're gonna see us. We're gonna have matching gear. We're gonna have T-shirts. We're gonna have a better theme song. Maybe Sia, Chandelier. I don't know. We'll talk about it. But right now, let this be a warning to every wrestler that wants to come in as a team to Fountain City Pro. Whether that's the Premiers, Only Friends, anybody else that wants to step up. Kansas City's not backing down. Team Double Stuff is not backing down. Let's stuff me, brother.
No, the first time was enough.
we'll be going to another tag team contest.
Another match to announce. Man must be dreaming.
All right, y'all ready?
All right, you can we can skip to the hold on. I forgot the match order. I know we can skip this next one. I don't know which one's after this one. I put the show together and I don't even remember the match order.
We got a lot of stipulations around this part. You gotta be clear.
You gotta love the FCP fans here.
You gotta love your devil FCP.
We can go this one. This is the guy. There is a company called Guy's Potato Chips here in Kansas City, and they are our #1 sponsor. So we name a battle royal after them, and this is the elimination style battle royal. So in a pinfall or submission elimination is what I should say, not over the top. And I always do this, kind of pull back the curtain a little bit for everybody. The reason why it is pinfall and submission and not over the top, because it originally was going to be. But Anakin Murphy talked me into doing it otherwise, because Anakin Murphy wanted to do some cool outside dives. So I was like, all right, we'll make it pinfall and submission going forward. So shout out to Anakin Murphy for that one.
This is great, man. This is awesome.
I'm excited to watch that one, Anakin and Gary J. I'm excited for that.
How are we gonna differentiate these guys?
We can watch that one after this, and then we can do the main event after that.
Bet.
Dope.
And everybody tuning in, I hope you're enjoying your first taste of Fountain City Pro. And if you've already seen Fountain City Pro, hopefully you're enjoying Wayward Son again.
That's not good.
And hopefully we definitely plan on doing more watch-alongs in the future. Oh,
I like this entrance. Yeah.
This is Clay Huna. Clay Huna calls himself the best brother.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm like fixated on how good those potato chips look.
The big Clay Huna is in the house here at Fountain City Pro. Good to have him back. He looks great.
Fantastic.
Look at that gear.
That's what I say. Look at his gear.
Nice chip. That's very questionable there.
The night is still young.
Very true.
The Clay Huna, the big Clay Huna in the house.
Oh, I love it. I love the robe.
Some type of dance,
Indeed.
you know, some type of calling in of the
These are usually a lot bigger. Usually have about six people in these. This one though, we knocked down to 4.
The guy snacks invites again.
That's like a burnt cookie. He doesn't like cookies.
This could be this is just coming out last there.
Certainly not least.
Who we got?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What?
Is this where I think it is? In the scramble?
What is he doing? What?
That is that black diamond.
Legit,
Well,
like
okay.
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this because he's from Kansas City. Legit, one of the best individuals I've ever watched in the ring, and it's not even close. I mean, like I would put him in a top 20 list of all-time best wrestlers, or best wrestlers in the world today. He'd be in the top 20, maybe even the top 15. Luke Langley is really freaking good at wrestling. Really good. So this probably isn't the best match. If your first time seeing Luke Langley, is probably not the best match to watch. This match was to kind of show that Luke Langley deserves to be on the card and deserves to potentially be one of the first people, one of the few first people to challenge for the Fountain City Pro Championship. He had lost that match prior, the event prior to this. He had lost the match to Camaro Jackson, that sent Camaro Jackson to the finals. That match was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I love the shirt that just says "fat?" ?
So that is Burt Candy, and let me tell you something about Burt, man. He put in a lot of work, and he put in a lot of when he found out there was a wrestling school in Kansas City, when they first opened, he wanted to go. He's done a lot of transformation weight wise, and just kind of tried to work on his craft in the ring, and trying to get an identity, and he's just looking for an opportunity, man. So we wanted to give him an opportunity here.
Yeah, no, we're already watching him. He's got a great attire. Watching him play the air guitar during the entrance was great.
Yeah, he came out to Mark Henry Sexual Chocolate.
I'm always curious to see the unholy alliances that come out during
And to put him in this match with Luke Langley, who, as you can see, is absolutely shredded.
There you go.
And Bart Candy sends Bart Cameron out the ring. And the jersey's coming off. That's some big meat in the ring.
Oh,
Some stout shots right there. Oh, what a shot.
Ooh.
There it is.
oh,
Let it roll. Let it roll.
Oh.
I can feel that for
He's
him.
bringing it.
Mm.
Sending the big Clay Huna into the
I can
corner.
feel that.
oh, that's a bird
He's
shot.
quick.
Ooh.
He's
Yeah,
quick.
it's
The agility of the big Clay Huna.
Yeah,
He can move. Oh my.
Jumps on in, Joe.
I didn't think he would be that quick. He's really quick. He reminds me of somebody.
Cameron's in the ring. Oh, that's
Ooh,
big.
wow.
That's big.
Gee,
Big lariat.
that's that lariat.
You, Burt Cameron. A man of honor is Burt Cameron.
Yeah. All right.
Mm.
Nice little
Okay.
suplex there.
When you're that good, you got no time for candy. You got no time for cookies.
Burt is just wailing on Burt.
Burt on Burt violence. You just hate to see it.
Oh no, oh no.
Oh.
See that if you're Burt Cameron?
Big man.
That's a wall.
Nice.
That's a steamroll is what it is, K-Dog.
Not done.
Burt Cahill, Luke Langley comes in the ring. Oh, Burt.
Ooh.
That had to be a tooth. That's a tooth on the app. That's a tooth.
Absolutely, that is 1,000% a bicuspid. That black diamond, Luke Langley. Just vicious.
He's got some nasty in him.
Oh man.
Goddamn killing machine is right. Look at that. Clay Huna just ate a boot.
Kind of reminds me of Shane Douglas.
And get rid of the esophagus of Burt Candy.
He might have done it.
That is a great call out, Mo.
Oh, man.
I love that one actually.
Good job.
He's got that
That's what
nasty.
Black Diamond does. He dissects you. He cuts you down.
Mm.
He is
Oh,
methodical.
God.
It's a maniac.
Man, he just wants to get rid of these birds.
I see a loser Langley sign. Make sure you don't see that.
I think he's hasn't
Oh,
seen
look
it
at
yet.
that stiff right.
Mm.
Oh, Burt Candy
Oh.
is brushing it off.
Oh.
I'd say hulking up.
Clubbing blows.
Oh, look at that. That back elbow. We've seen this for years.
Oh.
Mm.
He's been doing that for years.
Ooh.
Burt Candy has been beating the odds ever since he stepped into a ring.
Mm.
What a splash. He still got him hooked.
Belly suplex.
Belly to belly from the Candy Man.
Oh, what's going on here?
Big Clay Huna working together.
Oh.
I thought.
Wait, I thought he was too. What's Burt Candy doing?
Burt Candy's looking for a win is what he's doing. He's playing to win.
Oh, Burt Candy. Oh, he's
Mm. Mm.
Okay, Kramer, I don't know what's happening. What is
What
it?
is he?
What
What's
is-
Burt doing?
Uh-oh.
They're both gonna get it. Get him. Get him, big man.
He's
I love it. Yeah.
Oh, buddy, steamroller.
Oh, the Steve. Oh.
Oh! I love it.
Burt Candy is steamrolling.
Oh, he's a character.
What? Langley's smart. He's like, nah, I'm out.
The steamroll has been applied. And it might be a matter of time now.
I've heard of steamrolling the opposition. I've never seen anybody take it literal. Love it.
The strength of Burt Cameron.
Spine buster. Clay Huna. Famous sir.
Into the canvas with an assist from Burt Cameron.
So Burt's out. Burt Cameron stays. Clay Huna's in, and Luke Langley slid around the outside somewhere.
We lost to Burt, but we gained the stakes. We're now down to 3 in this elimination style. Guys, snacks invite, a good old scramble. Burt Cameron, the big Clay Huna. Luke Langley wants him some.
Oh, no.
Ooh, look at that, right into the ring post.
Our camera gals got taken out.
Ooh.
He's trying to bring Luke Langley in. That's a bold move, son.
This would be a huge upset.
That's
Oh,
a
my
huge
goodness.
move.
Nice.
That's huge. Burt Cameron is fired up.
Can you imagine if Burt Cameron could get Luke Langley down, how that would catapult his career here at FCP?
Look at Luke Langley. Oh, God. Look, do you see the way his
neck.
head just snapped back? Holy cow.
Oh, this guy's the real thing. Oh my God.
My goodness, he can move.
He can move. He's the real thing. I'm already thinking ahead to future matchups. Wow.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Look at what Burt
Told
Cameron's
you.
at.
Shane Douglas,
That's
mean.
gotta be it, K-Dog. That's gotta be it.
So skilled.
And 2 count.
Okay.
On to the next one, Luke Langley.
I love it. Let's go to the next one. That's smart.
It's like a perfect mix of like speed and strength. These aren't small guys that he's picking up either.
Nope.
Holy cow.
His cadence, nonetheless. The big Clay Huna. Oh, we ate that.
He pretty much said, "Hey, please hit me in the head."
Trying to find a way to get an upper hand, and maybe he just found it. Maybe he just found it.
Ooh, a heel kick.
Let's go. The big Clay Huna says. Sends him to the corner.
He's fired up, Clay Huna is.
And he's going up top. From the islands of Kansas City. The big Clay Huna. Oh, you missed.
Oh, no.
Oh, super kick.
God,
That super kick got him.
that's got to be it.
Oh,
Ooh.
super kick into a brain buster. 2 and 3.
All right, I want to amend what I said before. He's nasty like Shane Douglas, but he's explosive like Dynamite Kid.
Look at him.
We're down to this too.
I was gonna say Brainbuster reminding me of Kid Cash.
He's so quick.
Versus a man of absolutely none. Bert Cameron.
This is a good matchup just on its own. These two, completely different styles. The brawler.
Right. Big right, K-Dog. What's he thinking? What's he thinking? Going for maybe a Manhattan?
Look at that. Nice.
The back suplex. It's
Nice.
Saito style, man.
Textbook.
He just whips back.
He's a technician, man. This dude is no joke.
Everything he does is
Langley can move.
great. I mean, everything he does, it is precise.
strategical.
He's equal. Is this a synonym off? Are we trying to?
Well, I mean, he's a goddamn killing machine,
That's
dude.
it. I mean, we're overstepping it.
I think we need to give him as many accolades as possible before he comes over here and gets us.
That is an excellent point, K-Dog.
He just said before they come get us. Man.
Look at this, just playing with his food.
Yep.
This guy's snacks.
Oh, be careful about playing with your food.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
No home snacks in this match.
It's because Luke Langley.
Oh!
Look at the big man explode. Nice.
Yeah.
Bert Cameron! Is he going to do it? Oh, my God.
Bert Cameron just hit Luke Langley like the trucks in Kansas City trying to pass that underpass. We all know which one we're talking about when I say that.
It was
Reckoning.
It was reckoning. That was incredible. I haven't seen Luke Langley eat that before in my life. Not like that. Bert Cameron, you got a chance. What a reversal.
Oh, my goodness.
Could do it and probably should.
1, 2, 3.
That is it.
That was
Oh
a good match.
I
He
love
is no joke.
I love the brainbuster finisher. I love it.
He's a bad man.
So he made one of my favorite shirts. He made the Blockbuster logo, but it says Brainbuster.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
He is a bad man.
This one I'm super, super proud of, guys. These two guys, I can't say enough great things about them. They're both amazing individuals as much as they are amazing performers in the ring. Gary J is St. Louis and Kansas City royalty. And Anakin is slowly getting there. And this was a 3-part series. Our second event, they were in a triple threat match with Jay Fowler to like our opening match into the tournament for the championship. They lost and they Anakin tried to shake Gary's hand. Gary wouldn't shake it after the match because Gary took it personal that he didn't win the match. So then the next month we did them in a singles match and Gary won with a quick roll up and Gary went to shake Anakin's hand after the match and wouldn't do it. And so this one became personal and we settled the third sighting in a no holds barred match and this is it. And I was really, really happy with the way that way this turned out. A lot of people come up to me and message us on social media that told me this was legit the best match they'd ever seen. That means a lot, man. Like when you put these shows together to have people come up and tell you, and we couldn't have picked two better people to tell this story than these two. So
Yeah, absolutely. This was a really fun to put that one video package together for this match on TikTok.
Yeah.
It was great just kind of watching the natural progression of this rivalry, and figured Gary J would want his revenge after that super kick when he tried to shake his hand.
Yep.
This is gonna be brutal enough, man.
It's no holds barred, Hartzell. I want to see everything.
That man, I mean, we're already outside. Oh, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Good. I mean, that is just. I mean, Anakin can't breathe right now.
Oh, okay. His head making a way
And they're
over
heading
here.
this way. Why do they keep coming this way?
Gonna stay away. Let me go inside. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, toilet paper shot's not gonna work, Anakin. I wish it did, man.
You might see some of the people in the crowd dressed up. We encouraged people to wear their costumes, and actually after intermission, we did a costume contest. So and these two little kids won, and so them and their parents won tickets to future shows.
That's awesome. I did see the Fiend in the crowd earlier. I thought that was cool.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be completely honest with you, Brett. Had it not been children, I think he would have won easily. So.
Is that we knew this was gonna break down. We knew it was gonna devolve, and it is doing exactly that.
The only thing that I think Anakin Murphy has a problem with is the fact that many of these types of matches that we've seen. Wow.
Did you just see that right?
Yes. That was close fist.
Oh my goodness.
That's a headbutt.
And not a single.
And that's a close fist.
Not a single bit of it is illegal. But here's the holds in a single one barred.
This has got to be what Gary J's no holds barred match. That he has more of an advantage to this than what Anakin Murphy does.
Did he just throw?
Yeah. Oh, that's the FCP chair.
He just threw Mark Adams out of his chair. Sorry, but well.
Mark Adams lost his chair.
I don't know how he's taking this, man. And the crowd claps along because we're a bunch of weirdos and sickos, and we. Anakin, watch out!
Oh!
Oh my God!
Watch out, Mark!
This is incredible.
Nice.
Mark had that chair made.
Oh, that's cool. I was actually just about to ask if you were the one that gave him his special chair. No, that's awesome.
No, he had that chair made.
It's gonna get still chair ugly. There we go.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm torn because I'm loving this. I'm having a blast. This is incredible. Two of the best doing what they do best. But I know where this is gonna have to go. We know where this is gonna have to go to put any one of these two down for the count of three.
Yeah. These guys are gonna push themselves to the limits.
Anakin trying to find his way back into this thing. Gary J, you know, in a past life, this will be a teachable moment for Anakin. There are no lessons to be learned. It's about a fight tonight.
This doesn't look like it's going to be good right now.
I don't know where they're headed.
Teetering.
I don't like this at all.
They're both taking a beating.
Anakin's to the outside. And there's a steel chair that is still in the ring, Kramer.
Watch.
Oh my God! Oh, that bat is covered in thumbtacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we skipped the entrances. I completely. Anakin brought out a bat with duct tape on it that had thumbtacks on it.
Oh man.
What is going on? And all of it is legal. Every single bit of it is legal. A bat covered. This is unbelievable. Thumbtacks.
Yeah, you can see the thumbtacks stuck in Gary's head.
Yeah. Oh.
Gary J's back is riddled
in his head. It's on his head.
Oh my God, Kramer! It's literally on the top of his head.
Oh my God.
That's not gonna come. That's gonna be painful coming out.
We knew that there will be sweat. We knew that there will be blood. I didn't have thumbtacks in my bingo board. I will be completely honest. Maybe that's on me. Maybe I should have. What
is that?
the hell is that? What the hell is that?
What?
The cheese grater. It's a cheese grater.
It's a cheese grater?
Holy,
No.
that is it's a cheese grater, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I mean, these are tag partners. They have to still tag together. Holy shit! Can we get the grater out of?
Oh.
Takes out too. That's dangerous for the ref too.
Well, I mean, it's too late for that. But can we at least get?
Oh, well,
No,
he
stop!
has the cheese grater.
Stop! No!
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Vicious.
Oh,
Vicious.
Oh, and he is bleeding.
Mm.
Anakin Murphy has been busted open.
Oh no.
And Gary J is
Overhand
not
pimp
done
slap.
with the cheese grater. Can we get that thing out of the ring?
Mm.
What a knife edge chop.
I mean, hey, listen, this is what they wanted. This is no holds barred. You know, I thought I was ready for this, Kramer, and I am not.
What's he searching for now? Okay, a water jug. All right.
This will be great. Fountain City Pro makes for
Oh.
I didn't know what YouTube's procedures are with blood. So that's why we grayscaled it.
Mm.
Hey, that's fair enough.
Smart.
That's gotta be it.
So with a match like this, is there any do they ever let you know beforehand any of the spots to okay it, or is it just go crazy?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I take that back. I mean, I knew about the blood. So that was something that Gary and Anakin pushed for really hard. And I didn't want to do it just to do it. I thought this was the perfect story to do it, the perfect story and the perfect match to do it with. So
if there's, I mean, it can't clot if he's biting it. What happens now at Anakin Murphy? Now that you have tasted your own blood, it's not the first time.
Wow.
It's this time. And what do you do this time?
Here we
You
go.
have been busted open.
Woo!
Contest.
Mm.
Blood is literally dripping down the face of Anakin Murphy. And we got the goddamn.
It's back.
Can we get rid of the cheese grater?
It's no holds barred, man.
And he's licking it. This
licking
man is insane. This is a sick, sadistic robo ginger, and
no.
he is not done.
He's grating it. Oh.
Oh.
There. It's stuck to his hair. This is sick. This is sick.
Oh, wow.
Oh man.
Anakin Murphy is losing an incredible amount of blood.
Yeah.
You know, we are very close to the University of Kansas. Folks know about a little bit of crimson around these parts. But even for, I mean, that is a crimson mask, a crimson mess. Gary J, it might just be a matter of time. I mean, again, those are still thumbtacks in the ring.
That's a 2 count. That's a 1 count.
Murphy,
I feel like once you get the tack stuck in you, it's probably better to leave them in you at that point until you get to the back, right? As soon as you rip them out, it's going to start bleeding all over the place.
Did what the cheese grater is supposed to do. Great things.
Well done, Kramer. Yeah, can confirm it's a kitchen item that does what it's supposed to do. And in a wrestling ring, it did exactly what it was supposed to do, which was open up Anakin Murphy.
He's wearing the blood of Anakin Murphy on his face.
Like a badge of honor. And here's the thing, though, if the shoe was on the other foot, let's say that Anakin Murphy was dishing this out to Gary J.
Oh, mystery bag. Okay, what do we got?
Have we not seen enough, man?
Oh.
His hand. It might be broken. Oh, wait, what is this? What the hell is this?
Oh, thumbtacks.
Oh, more thumbtack. Okay.
I thought we had a supply chain issue. How they keep coming out with more stuff?
This isn't gonna be good.
Brainbuster on the thumbtacks. You've got to be fucking kidding me. I'm sorry, y'all. This is. Oh, Anakin.
Anakin's blocking it.
Oh, Anakin. Oh, Anakin Murphy.
He doesn't want it to happen. Anakin is gonna get out of it.
Oh, we've seen that.
Oh.
What a boot.
Oh.
Oh.
There's still thumbtacks. Still in the back of Gary J. On the head of Gary J. DDT.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, on the tax. Ooh. Kansas City's favorite twink has got to be one of my favorite nicknames.
I can't tell if that's Gary J's blood or Anakin Murphy's blood.
The answer is yes. The answer, Kramer, is yes.
Yes.
I am exhausted. This is unbelievable. Incredible. All the superlatives. This is nuts. Anakin Murphy, look at his face. Look at the face of Anakin Murphy. And these two are brothers. These two, dare I say,
It's going to be kind of awkward to try and tag team after
but
this.
sometimes a brother's love is solidified in thumbtacks and blood. A brother's love solidified in blood.
He charged himself up with that chair shot to his own
He's
self.
opening himself up more is what he's doing. He's
trying to show Gary J it's going to take a lot to get him down.
Look at he's teetering. He's lost so much blood.
Oh, yeah, it's coming. It's like a river.
Oh, Gary J. Oh, my God. What?
Oh!
Death Valley driver driven onto a steel chair.
It's only a 2 count. What?
Wow.
What?
Oh, man.
I thought that was it.
Death Valley driver onto a chair. I love it.
To see what it's going to have. Look at that chair.
That chair is mangled up. Kind of like the face of Anakin Murphy.
Just mangled. Busted. We knew this was going to be violent. We knew this was going to be painful. We knew it was going to be bloody. But even this is to a level that I didn't see, man. This is on a whole different ball game. Is he going for the brainbuster again?
Oh.
Anakin with the roll up. 2.
Oh, a 2 count.
God, still walking thumbtacks. Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh.
Onto the thumbtacks.
Oh. How do you kick out of that?
Damn. That was impressive.
Between the blood and the sweat.
Shout out Taka
Couldn't
Michinoku.
get his full grasp of Anakin on that, and that might have been what saved
Indeed.
him. I don't know, because there's not a whole lot saved him. That boy is out. I mean, look at his face. And the Fountain City Pro faithful, they say fight forever. I don't think Anakin Murphy's got enough blood to do that. Gary J, I don't think he's got enough blood to do that. But they're going to go until they can't go no more. That I know for a fact.
Oh boy, what are they setting up here?
I mean, literally, Anakin Murphy is relying on that chair just to even stay somewhat upright.
Oh.
What does that mean, Kramer? What the hell is going on here? Hold on. What else could they give us? I mean, what else?
I'm here for it.
Oh.
Anakin Murphy. I mean, this is just muscle memory, right? This is fight or flight. This is instinct. Oh, this is
not good, is what it is.
Oh my God, this is too much. This is too much.
How smart fans move out of the way?
Stop,
oh no!
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my.
How?
What the?
Exactly.
Holy shit.
I'll let the crowd talk for me on that one. What the?
Sit onto a steel chair positioned on the apron.
Oh.
Is this it?
This might be
Look
it.
at Gary's out. Gary's out. Gary's out. 1,
2.
He's
Oh.
not out, Hartzell. He's still in this.
Tough.
How?
Tough.
They have anything.
Oh my goodness.
Both of them. Both guys.
Remember that, Kramer.
Oh, I can tell. Clearly, I can tell. I can not.
I thought he had him after that
Look at
nasty
the face
bump
of
on the
Anakin
floor
Murphy.
there.
If
Ooh.
this is, we ask that question, what do you do when you taste your own blood? I think Anakin likes it. It gives him life.
Oh.
And it gave Gary a chop. Did you see the blood mist off of the chest of Gary J?
Mm.
Ooh.
Crimson
Woo.
mask. Oh, look at
Mm.
this. I love this. I love
Ooh.
this. The shirt's off. This is it. This,
Mm.
they have trained each other for years. Did they ever think it would come down to this?
Back and forth.
And I feel like they would have it no other way. This had to happen.
Oh!
These forearm shots.
A star-making performance from Anakin Murphy.
Mm.
Got the inside leg. That kind of staggered Anakin Murphy more.
Staggering Gary J, though.
Oh.
And look at this, man. Look at this.
Oh!
Nicely done.
Steel thumbtacks. All right.
What's Anakin Murphy now getting?
We didn't get that from the Halloween store.
Oh.
What the hell is that? Oh my God!
Yeah. That's what those are.
Those are the sticks.
Yeah, those are the.
Oh my God! He did it! Yeah, he driving him.
Oh my gosh.
Palladium. And then a kick. Oh my God! This has got to be over.
Got it.
Anakin Murphy.
That's all she wrote.
Anakin Murphy.
Jeez.
Victorious.
Great match.
No, absolutely.
Anakin Murphy and Gary J just put on one of the greatest matches I have ever seen. And not a single hold was barred, Kramer.
Well, you know, before, and of course, here's our main event for tonight.
Here is the designer of the Fountain City Pro Championship belt. Brandon, come on out, bud.
As we present
There it is.
the richest prize in the heartland, the Fountain City Pro Championship, Brandon, our boy Brandon, who has just really been a creative mastermind. Look at that.
This is what it's all about, guys. This is what it's all about.
He outdid himself, and not only did he
He did an awesome job. That looks really nice.
Championship belt for Fountain City, he also helped with the launch of our early graphics.
Yes, Brandon was very helpful. In the beginning. Brandon is an actual graphic designer. Whereas like somebody like myself, I just play around on Photoshop. But Brandon asked to design the title, and you know, he brought me some designs, and
This is gonna be nuts.
couldn't pass it up. He also I'll say this to you guys, he gave us a rough draft of a tag team championship. I think it's probably the one that Fountain City will go with. And then he also designed a guys snacks championship. So
how long before we get the Meaty Boyz championship in there?
we definitely can talk about that, Brett.
Hey, I'm down.
That might cost you a couple pennies, but yeah, man.
I love it. I love it.
I'm not kidding. I'd pay for it. Give me the first ever Meaty Boyz title. There's the Fiend. I'm to figure out how we did that. I'm actually going to be going to an anime convention in a couple months, and I was thinking about dressing up as the Fiend and Uncle Howdy there.
Jay Fowler's another guy that I can't say enough great things about. Camaro's rise, Camaro's path to this title, to this match, wouldn't have happened without Jay Fowler. And you're not gonna find a guy who works as hard as Jay Fowler. It's gonna be really, really hard to find somebody who does. Dude is all over the Midwest right now. Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Kansas City. He's wrestled guys like Mike Bennett. Mike Bennett has said wonderful things about him. Mike Bennett's a wonderful human being, but you know, he said amazing things about Fowler. Just an overall great hard worker. Somebody who you'd want on your shows, somebody who you'd want in your locker room, just all around, just great guy.
No, he seems like it, and he definitely puts in some great work. You know, catch him on some of the other shows too, and he seems terrific.
Yep.
There he is. The Quad Father. I can see why they call him that.
All hail the Grand Regent.
I can sense and feel a little gravitational pull towards him. That's just the aura Camaro Jackson possesses.
Definitely gonna have. I love the Fountain City Pro shirt design there, where it's like the old school SmackDown inspiration.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
So a lot of people don't know, man. The first SmackDown event was in Kansas City. So that was one of the mock-up. That was one of the first mock-up logos I did for it. So I was really excited to make that.
No, that's awesome. I forgot that. I honestly I know that because you told me. I didn't know that until you told me on the previous time we were on. That's cool.
Would you look at that? Would you look at this? The stage is set. Camaro Jackson, Jay Fowler. It comes down to this. All for that in the hands of senior official Nick Chin. The Fountain City Pro Championship. Jay Fowler looks like he was made for this, man. Not a nerve to be seen. There it is.
It's crazy how Nick Chin has the energy to referee this match. After the match he had earlier, I'd need a nap for the next at least 3 hours.
It needs a home. It needs a waist to call home. A shoulder to call home. In just a matter of moment, we're about to decide it all. Bella Sound, your main event for the Fountain City Pro Championship. Camaro Jackson, the Grand Regent, taking out all steel. Jay Fowler.
Sizing each other up to begin with. They know each other pretty well.
This is the rubber match with all the stakes. Ain't nothing bigger than this. Ain't nothing bigger than your first one. Your one chance as a first impression.
It's crazy to think that the first show they main event, and here they are now. The most important main event so far for Fountain City Pro, crowning the title. Here they are again.
I mean, that's what this is. This is that big.
That's very much so.
Fountain City's got a lot of talented guys on their roster.
Absolutely. I love Langley. I got so sold on him so quick. He moves so well.
Yeah, I can see him matching up against the champ at some point. He's a bad man.
Yeah, they actually wrestled in the finals or the semifinals. Camaro and Langley, and it was everything you would expect it to be, man. Yeah. And here's what's crazy. I mean, like, obviously, like, I'll tell you what. I mean, anybody who I don't think it would be a surprise if I told you guys, like, I knew how I wanted, or I had everything planned out months before our first event, right? Camaro and Fowler was not the plan. the plan at all. You know, a lot of things change, obviously. You know, we had our struggles this first year. Had to postpone an event. One of the events was supposed to happen in July, and that event happened in September. You know, so obviously, like I said, things changed. But I mean, by November, January of last year, I knew like what the plan was. And then when things changed and this happened, it just felt right. You know, the similarities, like, hey, they were the first main event at the first show. They meshed so well together. You know, it just, like I said, it was what it was meant to be. Even though it wasn't, you know what I mean? It felt like those things were supposed to happen for me to be like, okay, this is the route I want to go.
Yeah, no, it almost seems like fate made this happen. Like this was how it was meant to be. Oh.
Ooh.
That's grown man's chop.
That's grown man's chop. It's also a grown man's chop.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
He's your grand regent.
He wants to do it again. The fans want it as well. He's going to toss him over the ring again. Huge throw.
And again, you got to wonder, man, where would Midnight be in this situation? You know?
True, you're right. It's a very solid point.
I am sure Midnight would be absolutely unbiased right now, clearly.
He's not here, and so Jay Fowler is on the receiving end of Camaro Jackson.
Yeah, that lower back of Jay Fowler's got to be barking on him right now. Having suffered 3 tosses in a row, he's already favored. After the first toss, he's already favored. That could be a sciatic.
That is not what you want this early in the contest, and you're right. I mean, that could be
For a second there, I thought Camaro was about to come off the top. I'm like, oh.
In the worst kind of way, if you were Jay Fowler,
it's a brutal chop.
I mean, if you can't use that back, especially when you got that kind of strength, you know, your game plan is that powerlifting form, and if you can't do what you know, then where do you go?
Jay Fowler's going to stick Camaro Jackson in the corner. I think he blocked those boots.
Oh!
That is a career ender. We're talking ACL, we're talking MCL, meniscus.
Also, did you notice with the knee brace that Camaro Jackson had before that move happened? When he moved,
this is like, hold on, I want to cut you off, but this is like we're getting danger level.
Oh!
You know, a wounded animal on the side of the road kind of stuff. I mean, this is starting to get. We may have got a leg.
Well, look where the knee pad's at. The knee pad got pulled down when he got into the corner before he delivered that dragon screw.
It's the little things, man. Jay Fowler knows the little things.
So it exposed that knee of Camaro Jackson. He might be. This doesn't look good.
What is exposed, Jay Fowler will exploit.
I definitely got to commend you too for putting these stories together. The way half these matches came together were just absolutely fantastic. With Anakin and Gary, that was a great build, and then Camaro and Fowler, that was a great build.
So, you know, I definitely can't take all the credit, and especially for like Gary and Anakin. Gary and Anakin, they work so well together. Anakin is literally, to me, Anakin is a smaller. I hate to use the term smaller. He is a miniature version of Gary J. Mirror version. They're just it's like Gary spit into a puddle, and then they made that into Anakin Murphy, right? And so they've got great minds. They both love great professional wrestling and try to mirror it. And then there's a gentleman by the name of Greg Jovi, who is a very loudmouth manager. He actually manages Luke Langley in Fountain City. He did it the first 2 shows. And And Greg Jovi, actually, I have to credit him for the, like we were talking about it, and he was like, what if Gary, the first time Anakin, or, you know, the first match, Fowler won, and Anakin and Gary blamed each other for it. And then the second time, they go to a time limit draw or a double count out. I think we decided with Gary winning that one, but the original idea was for it to be a time limit draw. And then Anakin not shake Gary's hand. And then the third match, they go, Anakin finally wins. It's the first time that Anakin beat Gary in his career. And afterwards, I know we kind of fast forwarded it, but afterwards they shook hands together and they embraced and hugged. And that was how the story was supposed to end, man. And it was just, like I said, there was just a lot of great other components besides just, you know, like, hey, this is the idea. They came together to make that. So
yeah, the execution was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
All credit
I've got a great, and that was my thing was you know, like we all think we can book our own shows and write our own stories as far as professional wrestling goes, right? We all think it's like the WWE 2K universe mode. You know, I think some of my ideas were good, but I had such a great supporting cast to help me bring that to life and not do it weird or, you know, like I said, we had some things change. And again, my supporting cast helped me navigate those waters to still be able to tell these great stories.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And all the credit in the world, all the talent in the show, because you can have the greatest idea in the world, but if the talent, you know, they can't execute it, then, and everybody on this card definitely delivered.
Yeah, we had a meeting. We have meetings before our shows, you know, kind of go over everything. And I tell the guys, like, the guys and gals, I tell everybody, you know, like, hey, we provide the canvas, you provide the art. You know, I can, you guys go out there and perform, and you guys go out there and entertain. We help you. I build the boat, you race it, or I build the car, you race it, or whatever it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also see, though, someone who might be a little bit tired.
And it looks like the crowd just keeps getting bigger and bigger and more, you know, wild with every show too.
I gotta get this thing off.
He said you have to do a lot more than that.
He says, okay, I will oblige.
Man, I would not let him welcome you to kick.
And it's a great venue. I mean, it's not like your ideal wrestling venue, right? You know, my ideal wrestling event would be like a rustic warehouse bar type place. You know, steel beams, concrete floor, high rafters. You know, that rustic architecture, or a bar. You know, yeah, those are my two ideal places. But Ball Event Center has been very nice to us. You know, it's not cheap to rent there. They have a very nice facility. You know, and I'll tell you what's really cool. This is an October night. It wasn't too cold, but it also wasn't, you know, extremely warm. But it's climate controlled in the Ball Event Center. You know, so not something that you find with other independent wrestling venues. The other thing that is really nice about the Ball Event Center is the chairs they provide us. Man, I'll tell you what, as a big guy, there ain't nothing I hate more, man. There's than half of my top weight sitting on my tailbone in one of them steel chairs, man. That and then plus sitting in the car for an hour to 3 hours on the way home. Boy, man, you'd be lucky if you get my big ass out of bed next day. But the Ball Event Center has some padded chairs, man. We, like I said, they've been good to us, and we there's that divider there on the back wall. I don't know if you guys can see that. That goes to another section of the Ball Event Center, and that I use as our locker room. But I told the guys, next year if we get bigger, we might have to open up that third section. So that's the goal, is to fill it up. So
Yeah, no, fair enough. Like I said, from the first show to this one, you could tell that the crowd is just getting bigger and bigger, and the shows are just getting bigger and bigger. So, no, that's awesome. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Winner goes home with the gold. Forever etched as the first ever Fountain City Pro Champion. And the pad is coming down.
Oh. Oh.
Not so fast.
Thought he was about to go for that big clothesline.
Completely exposed.
That one kind of that shot staggered Camaro Jackson.
And more than staggered, it connected. Oh, we're just soup bones back and forth, baby.
Oh.
I heard that saying in a while. Soup bones.
Got that grip still.
Ooh.
Left and right, left and right. That only made Jay Fowler more mad.
Oh.
He is indeed.
Oh my goodness.
It takes a lot to break all steel.
Oh.
Oh my goodness gracious.
2.
Woo! Tough as nails.
Did you see the height?
Yeah. They touched the ceiling in here.
When they were both literally off of the ground.
I love
This
it.
is unbelievable. This is Fountain City Pro, man. Worthy of a championship, both of these men are. That cannot be denied, but there can only be one.
I would say Fowler's really athletic, and he's not a small guy, and he moves around super well.
I was going to thank the Spirit Sector, too. Jay Fowler's been doing this a lot longer with Camaro Jackson.
That knee is toast, man. That knee is toast.
Feels like it's swollen.
I mean, ever since that dragon screw, everything has changed. Jay Fowler, though, I mean, he's been through a war.
Oh, going to the top.
Yes, it ain't as easy to get up to that top rope when you've gone through an actual war.
Forearm. This doesn't look good. Jay Fowler's not in a good spot.
Not at all in the position he wants to be.
No.
You too high up to be that dazed, man.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Fighting with everything he's got to get out of that, and Camaro's fighting with
Oh.
everything he's got
What's Camaro
to
doing?
give it to him.
No. Oh, no. What the heck? What is going on?
I
Bad
have
knee.
no idea come on, man. He's on one.
Woo!
He's on
Man, look.
Oh.
It's on one leg.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh my
That's amazing.
goodness! What the?
That's amazing.
1, 2.
Woo!
Not yet. It's like bonus baseball.
Oh.
It's free. Extra
Wow.
innings for greatness
Wow.
is unbelievable.
That was tight.
The back and forth.
Oh my goodness!
This is, in fact, awesome. I got actual goosebumps, man. I got
Ooh.
actual goosebumps right now. Oh my goodness. One of these men will be crowned champion. Oh, misses.
Camaro gets out of there.
Oh!
He hit him at
He
the-
hit it hard.
Holy cow.
That is something that could bust you open.
Yeah.
That is, oh my, and he got the corner. Did you see that?
I hope he bust open the hard way.
That is the amount of dangerous. I mean, I feel like.
There we go.
Hopefully he's okay. He's got Camaro. I'm telling you, he hit hard. Wait, what?
Kramer.
What is
What is
going to happen?
Again, he's on one leg. What
Oh.
this
Oh.
is. Look at this, man.
And Jay Fowler gets down though. Oh no.
The strength, the brute force, the strength of Jay
Oh!
to bring down that man. Just an exhaustion just falls out of it. Almost
Kicks out of 2. Romero Jackson's not done.
these two.
He's a warrior.
Stallions, man.
Mm-hmm.
These are.
Fowler's just, he has that bad leg.
This is what greatness looks like, man. This is what we talk about when we talk about stars, 5 and otherwise. Like, this is it. This is professional wrestling, and that is an ankle lock.
That's not bad. That torque he has.
Oh, oh.
Straight on that knee.
So he's got no knee. He's about to
You gotta loosen the shoe like Eddie Guerrero did to Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 21.
And Jay Fowler is doing all this without Captain Midnight Guthrie. That's scary.
Oh.
Going for a figure 4?
Oh!
Oh, wow. I mean, come on, man.
Oh, my goodness.
This is.
Oh!
That man has got championship quality credentials.
Ouch.
He's made for this.
Oh!
That is pure, unadulterated hate. That is evil incarnate.
Can he get there? Can he get there?
The crazed look in the eye of Jay Fowler as he sees what he hopes is championship at the
Man,
end.
I couldn't even imagine having to go through a match and then like actually having to do stuff in the next like 3 days after.
Mm.
It is now or never.
Oh!
The rope of this match is over.
He's got to get there. He got
And
there.
he got the match. This match ain't done yet, baby. Jay Fowler, Camaro Jackson, and what will be known as one of the greatest championship bouts in the history of professional wrestling in Kansas City. A legacy in this town that has seen the likes of Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Jeremy
Oh.
Lin, who we saw earlier, who will etch their names into the annals of history. It looks like it's Fowler's to lose at this point, K-Dog.
Yeah, at this point. Oh.
Oh!
Camaro turned it. Oh my
Can he get
God,
him
the
up?
strike,
Can he get him
the
up?
strike.
Can he get him up?
Dude, completely deadlift that man.
That's all power. Oh, no.
Oh, right in the chin. God.
Oh no, not the senior official. He's down.
Ew. And that is a
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, no is right. And see, we've got to. This is a whole new match now. Oh man, what is this? And here's the thing too: is that Chin is banged up.
Yeah, he had a match number tonight.
Oh man, this could be all but over. Jay Fowler is just—he's walking into history. Literally, he can moonwalk into history at this point.
He's still to be done.
Just mocking the Grand Regent.
Oh!
Wow.
1, 2, 3.
Came out
Oh!
of nowhere.
Just took his head off. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know he was that explosive. That was out of nowhere. Crazy.
Mm.
Great matchup. Great matchup. Especially for your first championship. That was awesome.
I love the crowd throwing streamers in there.
I want to throw something. Well done by both guys. Awesome match.
The excited announcer too. Woo! That's my champ.
I can't think of a better face.
Well done
That was great.
by both guys. Great
No,
match. I could watch them again.
No, absolutely. I'll let it keep running, but no, that was awesome. That was a great match for sure. Definitely can't wait to do more watch-alongs of these guys.
Yeah, the The other match, I thought about throwing it in there, but like I said, we, little late and little, not enough time to do like a whole 3-hour watch along or whatever. But the commissaire, everybody knows him as Warhorse. Jake Parnell did a match with the Spotlight Logan Knight. That match was explosive. Would love to watch that one with you guys sometime. Or if you guys can go watch that one on your own on the full shows. Love that show. Respect between those two at the end. Got to let Jay Fowler show a little bit more of his real side. So
yeah, no, I got you. That's fair enough. Yeah, that was a lot of fun and that was great. Before we get up on out of here, Chase, why don't you? I know we did this once before, but once more, why don't you let everybody know what's the future of Fountain City Pro and future events and?
Yeah. So had a little bit of a venue issue, not with the Ball Event Center, obviously. I'm looking at a second venue to run something a little bit smaller. So we can run a little bit of cheaper events, and then kind of use the Ball Event Center to kind of be our, I've got 4 shows booked with them next year. So I want to use the Ball Event Center as kind of like our big shows, bigger shows, so to speak, and then find a smaller venue to kind of run some shows to, make a little bit of money so we can do bigger shows.
I love it. Drum up.
So that's the idea for 2025. Our next show on paper right now is March 14th. Like I said, I got 4 dates. March 14th is one of them, and it will be Lighted Up 2. So our first event again. So first event of the new year.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Definitely, if you're in the Kansas City area, definitely check that out. And then for more, anytime one of these gets released on YouTube, we'll set up a watch along. Next time we'll try to start earlier so we can watch the whole event. We had a great time tonight.
Absolutely.
I definitely enjoyed it. For Meaty Boyz, what you can look forward to, the Meaty Boyz Award Show. We're going to be crowning our Meaty Boyz Wrestler of the Year, Rivalry of the Year, all that fun stuff. And of course, we're going to do a watch along of the first Netflix Raw. So I already took off for that, marked it down in the calendar, and we might actually have we might be collabing with that one. So definitely check us out when we come back to you next Tuesday. Anything else you guys wanted to add?
Nah, I just want to thank Chase and Fountain City for putting on an amazing show. Chase, you got your hand full because you have an incredibly talented roster. I just enjoy all those guys. I don't know how you went about putting them together, but you did a hell of a job. These are some really, really talented guys.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, Mo. That means a lot. And the main goal was to put more focus on those guys. The idea is to get our product out on the internet, get our product in front of people, show people what a great athlete, guys like Camaro Jackson, Tobias Storm, Calvin Aldridge, Jay Fowler, all those guys are. So.
No, definitely did a great job. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We're going to head on out for the night. Tune in next week. And thanks again. And we'll see everybody next week and have a good night.